And now, one last speaker tonight. Now it's time to formally introduce the Asian man of the hour, Leverett Wing. The tireless and always enthusiastic Executive Director of Commonwealth Seminar. So Leverett and I have known each other for 2 decades, for more than 2 decades. We were 4 when we first met each other. And I feel like you've had 9 lives during that period, right? Working for the state, then you were in DC as the Executive Director of API Vote. You serve on so many important boards like Jocelyn Diabetes, Beth Israel Deaconess, GBH, and I've lost count of how many political fundraisers you've had from Michelle Wu and for so many other candidates. And a lot of us are here tonight for Leverett, to show up for Leverett, to thank him for putting his heart and soul into this seminar. And so I'm going to hand it over to Leverett. Look, he's doing some more work. I'm going to hand it over to Leverett, and he's going to say a few words, and he's going to close out the night for us.
This is a really emotional night for me. You can hear it in my voice. I'm exhausted. I'm on 2 hours of sleep. A lot of folks know, not a lot of folks, but a few folks know that this event, something didn't want this event to happen. There was one thing after another kept popping up. It started back in June when, with 2 weeks to go, I got COVID. A horrible case of COVID. And it's continued in the last week. The chairs and the tables that you're sitting at actually almost weren't here. That's how bad it was yesterday. And somebody who is near and dear to us, one of our founders, Joel Barrera, is actually, he allowed me to let everybody know he's in the hospital at Mass General. And so we did offer our thoughts for him. The one person Joel wanted me to call out, and Joel really wanted to call out, and Charlotte did mention, was former Senate President Travellini. Trav gave the seminar so much status, so much cachet, so much credibility. He literally gave us space at the State House for graduations. And when we were trying to find our way, when we were trying to find our footing, Trav was there for us. And so I think if we could give Trav one more round of applause. So I honestly, because there was so much going on and so many obstacles and so many things kept going wrong in the last 24 hours, this is my speech. This is what I wrote in the last 10 minutes, because things just kept going wrong. But I take my pages, I take a page out of everybody's here, where none of you give up. None of you say, I quit. None of you say, this is too much. Are there members of our current fall 23 class here? I know there's a few. I call this class relentless. And so I think about this class and everything that you have gone through. I wish you could meet them. They are relentless. And so I think about this class. And I think, what would they do? I think about what would all of you do? And I said, no, we keep going. We keep fighting. We keep pushing forward. We keep moving forward. And that's what the seminar is going to do over the next 20 years. We took 20 years to get here. We're not going to quit now. We're going to keep going for the next 20 years. We have 3 programs that we've just started that we're excited about. We have the Next Gen program that we're working on with CARE, the Coalition for Anti-Racism and Equity. My Due is standing in the back. That was her lion dance troupe performing earlier on, so thank you, Mai, for that. We have our Beyond English program, which is a program, a seminar for communities where the primary language is not English, because our mission is to open the doors of government to everyone, not just everyone who speaks English. And something that I'm extra excited about is we are launching a Women's Leadership and Gender Equity Institute in partnership with the Boston Women's Fund and the Women's Fund of Western Mass. Many of you filled out a survey. Many of you sat in on focus groups. We're going to be hopefully launching that early next year, and we are grateful for all of you for your support in logistical support and in putting that together. I'd be remiss, I told you there were so many obstacles coming towards tonight. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank everybody who worked on this, because really, everybody saved my ass. They really did. I mean, from Jaylee, Amy, Audrey picked up all that food was picked up by Audrey Peck. Our advisory board, if you're on our advisory board, please raise your hand. Who you cannot see right now, she's both an elected official and she's our stage manager. So Grace, please make yourself visible. To all of our seminar grads, to our two icons of diversity, equity, and inclusion, who are our event chairs. When they both said yes, I couldn't believe it. We are so fortunate, we are so lucky that they are not only our chairs for the evening, but they are our champions for the last 20 years. And so for Colette and Charlotte, thank you to all the elected officials. I know your good friend Jamie Eldridge, Senator Eldridge, it's always great to see you. Folks who work behind the scenes, who often don't get the credit of diversifying government. Somebody who has become a great friend of mine, who I just love her style, and I just love her so much, April English. From the Chief Secretary, and what she's doing is she's diversifying the halls of government single-handedly in the governor's office. Some of you saw an email I got a little ambitious on, where I was touting our work with the governor's office in diversifying her 700 boards and commissions. And if it wasn't for April put all of that in motion. April and her team and her office, Marconi, one of our honorees, helped put all of that in motion. They are diversifying. Stephanie Everett, are you here?
Yes,
Stephanie Everett is here. Thank you for joining us. Did somebody miss Rep. Moran? I think it's Rep. Moran here.
Right here.
The fact that we have filled this room with elected officials of the highest level, the new president of the Boston City Council, you believe that? I love you, but I love your sister more because I know your sister better. And thank you to all of our sponsors, the Bar Foundation, Cummings Foundation, the Asian American and Pacific Islander Commission. Yasmin is here from them. Meet Boston, one of our newest sponsors. Point 32 Health Foundation is Nora here. Nora Moreno-Cargi was hopefully going to be here, but she cannot be here tonight. And all of the awardees, your awards are over there. So when this is done, when I am done speaking, actually, no, don't get your awards yet, because what we need to do is, I think you all got in the email, we're going to try to create a photo of all the awardees on that staircase, which is going to be sort of our photo that we're going to use for the next 5 years. You'll see it on all of our awesome. And thank you to all of you. Really, as I mentioned, I'm exhausted. I was stressed out of my mind. Charlotte can tell you, and nobody does this, and who, don't ever do this. I actually snapped at Charlotte yesterday on the phone. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, Charlotte. But I was, we didn't have tables and chairs. Up until 7 o'clock yesterday. But thank you to all. Eastern Bank. I mean, I called Bob Rivers and I called Quincy Miller, and Bob and Quincy got on it. And and their executive assistant Jeanette got on it, and they made this happen. And without Eastern Bank, offering us this space and saving us at the last minute last night, you'd all be standing, you'd be eating the lettuce off the floor. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to the energy you gave me, the energy you bring to the seminar, me personally, and thank you for everything you do for the seminar. And I'd be remiss once more. And Shirley told me I needed to do this, and Charlotte and Colette told me I needed to do this. We need your support. You knew it was coming. And we need to ask for your support. 60% of our graduates, over 60%, ask for some sort of financial assistance. We are launching these 3 new programs in addition to our core program, and we're a staff of 2.5, what do you call them, FTEs? I'm a nonprofit guy, I don't know. But we're a small staff, so any assistance you can give us or offer us would be incredibly helpful, and we'd be so grateful. At the end of the night, we're actually going to be setting up, where the food is, there's going to be a computer there so you can actually make donations on that computer. But that being said, thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, this is a really emotional night for me, but I am so uplifted, and I'm so grateful, I'm so thankful, and I'm so inspired by seeing all of you here today, supporting the seminar, supporting each other. And one thing I do want to ask, and I'll take a page out of Colette's book, is let's not end it here. Let's not stop it here. Let tonight be one of the beginnings on our trip. If you could, and Colette does this all the time, meet 1 or 2 people that you don't know and build those connections that you can take with you beyond sort of the smaller group that we often travel in. This is a wonderful opportunity. Cherish this room, because a room like this doesn't come along easily or very often. And these are like-minded people who want to do better, who want to change their communities, who want to improve their communities. And this is a room that we need to cherish and embrace and take advantage of and build these relationships. So the one thing I ask after you take the photo is is meet each other, get to know each other, build those bonds, build those relationships so we can kick down the doors of government together. So thank you all.